Hi everyone, this is Hippy Dippy. Now I'd like to tell you a little story about the story about when I was 3 years old. I've already told the story about it, but I'm going to go into a little more detail of the story. So, how do I put this in a way that you guys can understand? I was 3 years old and I banged my head on the heater. Everyone knows about it. Everyone is documented. I've said it many times before in people's live streams. But there's a lot more story to it than you actually think. First off, when I hit my head on the heater, my dad refused to take me to the hospital. So I had to wait 3 hours until my mom got out of work. Um, After that, she called the hospital and she was on hold and she said, "Fuck it, we're going to go to the hospital right now," because my eyes were on the back of my head. When that happened, though, the thing is the fact that I got to the car on my own power, and then after I got to the car on my own power and got to the doctors and got into the hospital, I collapsed on the ground. The nurse thought I was on drugs, which is fucking bullshit, and I don't know if she was on drugs if that was the case. But yeah. So when they did this, when they got me in the CAT scan, and they had to do immediate surgery, emergency surgery. Um, Being said, I technically died on the operating table. Well, technically, I stopped breathing for like, I don't know, a lot of stuff. But the thing is the fact that when they did the surgery, they did not wait and they didn't even wash their hands. That's what my mom told me, and that's what the doctor told me because of the. Well, I don't know if the doctor told me. I don't even fucking remember. But my mom tells me that the doctor told her that they didn't wash their hands because if they did, they would have lost me already. The thing is the fact that even though I tell the story that the doctors didn't even wash their hands, it's because of the fact that they needed to do it immediately and not wash their hands because of the fact that I was already bleeding inside my head for probably 4 to 5 hours without no one seeing, even taking care of it. That's the whole problem with it. Um, if you must know, I banged my head on the heater when I was 3, and the thing is the fact that it was one of those radiators on the floor, but there was a sharp metal end sticking out of the fucking heater. That's the main thing about it. Okay. So that's the problem with that issue. But the thing is the fact that once I got into the hospital, they put tubes in me. They thought they had to put me in a drug coma because my pressure was so high. So when that happened, my mom told me that she was screaming at me, even though I could hear every single word that she was saying, even though I was conscious. I couldn't respond because I was on tubes all the time. She was screaming at me, and my pressure went down. And I thought I heard my mom, and I think consciously I need to get better. That's what happened. So words do have power towards people, and that's the thing that I like to tell you. Words do have power, depending positive and negative. You see my point? It messes up your psyche on whether or not to fight back on anything, and that's the main problem I have with that. But anyway, that's beside the point. The main reason being is the fact that if it wasn't for my mom, I would have probably been dead. Okay. After that, the doctor said I wasn't even be able to walk. I was in a wheelchair for I don't know how long. My mom can elaborate on that. But the thing is the fact that I was in a wheelchair. The next time I went to see the doctor, my mom discharged me from the hospital because they weren't really doing anything to help me walk. They were just making me play video games. And I like to say this, if it wasn't for the nurses and the doctors at trying to help me walk again, they're the main reasons why I love video games in the first fucking place. Fucking bastards. The anime stuff was something completely in the future. But yeah, that's the main reason why I like video games. Even though I like video games beforehand. Well, I didn't really like video games beforehand. But I did like video games to some extent. But I'm a video game addict. I like video games. Get used to it, bitches! But, yeah. The only game I remember playing was on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. And I was playing Tiny Toons Adventures or something, some bullshit game like that. But anyway, my mom took me out of the hospital because she thought I was not getting any help. So she took me out of the hospital. I need to use the bathroom, and she said, "Crawl to it." And I was laughing the whole time, and that's how I've been able to walk. Next time I went to the doctor, I was using a cane, and they were like mystified, like, "What the fuck, dude? I'm walking." But because of how I walk, when I started walking again, I noticed something differently. Now, when I first started walking again, I noticed that my right leg is shorter than the other. That's what we thought back in the day. Doctors thought my right leg was shorter than the left leg, so they had to put me on a brace. I fucking hated the fucking brace, and I wish I never even put on the fucking brace. I hate that fucking thing, man. It was good at the beginning, but then it pissed me off because of the fact that when it sweats in the brace, when you sweat in the brace, it itches like fucking crazy, and it pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, dude, seriously. Then we found out that it's not my leg that's shorter than the other; it's my pelvis. My pelvis is tilted. If you have me on my Facebook, I sent pictures of my pelvis, and that's the main reason why I like to say about that. So yeah, that's what my life is. A lot of people. This is why I don't go outside as much, because of the fact that a lot of people judge me because of how I walk. I remember one day I ate and went to the bar. This was back when I drank like one or two once in a blue moon. Went to the bar and some lady gave me a mean stare, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I said hi to her, and she's like, fuck, and she had that fuck you look, and I'm like, lady, I'm just giving you a friendly hi. Don't be a fucking bitch. That's why I don't go out. That's why I don't hang out with anyone, because I don't like talking to people, because people are fucking scumbags. I tried to stay away from people because of that reason. And that's the main reason why I don't like hanging out with a lot of people. I don't really have friends here where I live, because I don't know that many people. The only people I know are the fucking neighbors, and that's it. Most of my friends are from different places in the world, or different states, pretty much. I don't like to talk to people. I'm very a shy person, because I used to get bullied a lot when I was in school because of how I walk, and the fact that the teachers always took shots at me on trying to get me better. I remember one fucking teacher I absolutely fucking cannot stand was Mrs. Fairbrother. Mrs. Fairbrother can go fuck off. She accused me. One of our kids in our classroom had his Yu-Gi-Oh card stolen, which is kind of weird. Why would you steal fucking cardboards? But she asked me to come up to the front desk, and I wasn't really paying attention. My mind went blank, and I said yes, and I didn't know what the hell I was saying yes to. And then all of a sudden, she told me I had to give some of my cards back to Andy. I was crying, and she was screaming at me, and I fucking hate her for it because I don't like her. Mrs. Gibbs is also a fucking bitch. Oh my god, there are so many teachers I absolutely fucking cannot stand. But that's the main reason why I don't like talking to people that much anymore, because of the fact that I'm too much of a shy person. I don't know what to say. I don't hold a grudge against Mrs. Fairbrother. I don't hate her. But I don't want to talk to her anymore because of that reason. Because she didn't really give a damn about my well-being. I didn't like any of my teachers in Maine because of the fact that when it came to when it came to my problems, they didn't really give a shit about my problems. The only teacher that I actually had a good relationship with was probably Mrs. Alexander, Miss Alexander, and I think that's the only teacher. But she was a special ed teacher, so to speak, because I was in the disability classes as well, mainly because of English and writing, because those are the two subjects that I absolutely fucking sucked at. I could not speak. I had to learn English all over again when I was in fucking first grade because of the fact that because of what happened to my brain injury, some of the words that come out of my mouth, I talk really fast and I mumble a lot. And also the fact that I also have to deal with a bunch of other stuff. And the fact that I have to learn how to write again. Although the writing one stopped at like, I don't know, like third or second grade. Because I knew how to write right from the start. I was a fast learner. I never liked to do my work either. I always tried. I remember one day I was in social studies in sixth grade, and the funny thing is the fact that I forgot my. I told my dad that I forgot my homework at my school, but when I came to school, I told my teacher that I forgot my homework at my house. And she's like, okay. My brother called me out on it because we're in the same classroom. And I'm like, fuck, I was screwed no matter what. But yeah, I have a tendency to do that. But yeah, I usually got picked on a lot when I was in school. It got better in high school because in middle school, my second year in middle school and high school, because of the fact that I moved to a different state. I didn't get picked on this much. I got picked on by a few kids, but not a lot of kids because everyone liked me. And my personality went through the roof. I tried to be polite and nice. I was always a kid that knew what the hell he was doing and also a lot of stuff of people. I also had a radio show that when I left the high school that I went to go to another high school because we just moved. I was in my junior year, and when I went back to see my radio teacher, he said that he misses me because of the fact that I knew what the hell I was doing. Because I was in a special ed class the whole entire year, except for a couple times. I like how Massachusetts did this. Main teachers and the main school systems blow like it's nothing. Massachusetts actually tried to help me out and get more credibility by making me go into other classes that are advanced, and that's what I like about it. And I did pretty badass when it came to that stuff. I was doing good. The main reason being is the fact that I wasn't getting picked on. But that's the main reason why I don't go outside as much, because I don't like talking to people. And the other reason being is the fact that when I asked people to hang out with them, they said they were busy or they have no free time. That's the main reason why I stay on my laptop and stay in all day, because I don't like talking to people. It's not like how I am. The only people I talk to outside of YouTube is my family, and that's it. My sister, I love her to death. My brother, miss you, buddy. How was the Air Force? Yeah, my brother's in the Air Force, by the way. But yeah, I would like to say this. I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive. Just to let you know, the quick summary of this video. My pelvis is tilted because of my head injury, and I also got picked on a lot, and also my teacher's gonna go suck my dick. I like to contract a fourth one out of the blue because that make no fucking sense. I just don't like some of the teachers I had. Mrs. London was a good teacher though. I liked her. I also like Miss Sherry. Let's see here. Who else was there? I also like Mrs. Not her. Miss Alexander, like I said. Bishop Folsom was a pervert. I hated that guy. Although he did stick up for me a couple times, so I didn't really mind it. And then you also had what's it called? Middle school was fucking brutal. All the teachers fucking suck. There's like one teacher I wanted to get with that, and that was Mr. Dodge, but he kept moving around in different classes. Moving up on classes, moving down on classes. It was fucking ridiculous. I didn't like the school system for screwing me over with him. Mr. Maines was cool. He liked listening to rap and stuff. Old school rap. Run DMC, fucking LL Cool J, Sugar Hill Gang, Cypress Hill. But yeah, I love Cypress Hill. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. And you learn more about me. If you guys want me to do more of this video stuff, I'll let you know about my past and stuff. I really don't give a shit. If you guys want to talk to me, if you guys want to say something in the comment section down below, let me know what you guys want me to talk about my past and stuff. Because I like talking. I like talking, and I don't know when to fucking shut up. And if you are trying to beat me at a video game, I would say I'll rip your head off and shove your eyeballs down your fucking throat. I'm very fucking competitive. So yeah, stay positive. Hope you have a nice positive day. I'm gonna end the video before I say something ridiculous again, like I just did. 16 minutes. Woo!